Up you go. Yay! Such a pidgeridoo. I think that'll do. Yeah, it's good enough. I think it's good enough anyway. I don't know about you lot. We'll just have to wait and see. Oh fuck, that's not good. What's that one then? Yeah, either way, not very good. Fuck it. Fuck it is what I'll say. I'll give it a go. I mean, as it stands at the moment, it's literally got one battery pack that's actually working on there by the looks of it. So, but it should suffice for what I need. And what I'll do is I'll stick the others, one of the other ones on charge, just to, yeah, I mean, because I'm doing some bodging. This is one bodge I had today. That one. Yeah. This cigarette lighter here belongs to a Land Rover. That's why. But when I had it the other day, that socket there, which is the 24 volt socket, was not plugged in from behind. So I took all that away and just pulled it out and plugged it back in again. Went over there to change a few fuses because they'd all blown. And that works now because it's been plugged in properly. It's got the actual proper socket on the back of it. But this here, somebody has obviously drawn it off and spurred it between the two, so it links this off that onto that, which realistically you shouldn't do that because it's two different fucking voltages anyway. But anyway, this one's supposed to be a 12 volt, whereas that's the 24. That hence it's a different type of socket. But I'm using that for the time being. Yes, I know it's a bodge and it's blah blah blah, but you know, I will try, if I can, to try and figure out a way of getting it so it's fixed in place. I know I can do it, but it's whether I can find enough things to bodge it with. That's a problem. But for now, once I've finished using though, I'm not going to leave this in. I shall, if I can't do it, I shall take this all back out again and tuck the wires back inside out the way. Because I'm not leaving that like that for some other monkey to fanny about with and fuck it up, because that's pretty much what they do. And that little thing there, that's my the muff that's on me microphone, which is there. I've got another one. I actually found this one on the floor. It was in our yard. I found it on the floor in our yard. It was like kismet, if you like. And I was like, wow, look at that. So I picked it up, pulled all the crap off it, and I was going to stick a bit of soapy water on it and give it a clean off, like, but you know, whatever, don't matter, leave it as it is. So anyway, on with the task at hand, right? So at the moment, so let me just get myself sorted out for you. Now, this is a bit heavy, this thing is, so I'm not sure. Now my hands are all over the screen, so don't worry about it. I'll cut that out. So I've got that there. Now, what's the angle of it looking like? So it's about there, so it should be alright. I mean, I might be able to skew it down a bit. Right, let's go and do what I've got to do. I mean, looking at it from my side, it could well be a fucking torch on my head, couldn't it? But, yeah, whatever. La 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 la, ya di 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 di. Come on, you bastard, get in there. Fucking hell, that's a bit tight. Lights. Lights. Oh, fuck, ABS. Bit of wind, and there we have it. Right, okay. Number plate, that'd be good. We need the number plate. Right, tyres. Yes, we've got some tread in there. There's wind up the fucking things as well. They ain't punctured. We'll have a low. Right, lights are flashing. Yeah, seem like they are anyway. Anyway, tyres, because there are more than 3. That's a nice one. Which one's that? Top 2000 Taurus. Unusual tread pattern. I didn't see that a lot, but yeah. Okay, that's that done. Running lights are all working as well. Let's wind the legs up. Yeah. Okay. Should we get going then? I think we ought to. Well, I have got to shut the back doors first, so turn it off. So if I level it off, stick it in gear, that might help. Keep an eye on that side. Of course, there's a trailer there, and the back door's open. So, there we go. Lift that up. Stop there like that. Handbrake neutral, as you do. Like you should always do. Right. It's all good for me. Come on. Yeah, just looking up there, making sure the top lock latches are engaged, because sometimes they don't. What I want to do, I'm going to put my headset back on charge. I think there might be ways to yeah, I want to charge that one, don't I? Stick it on charge. Just put that the other way. And where are you? I'll have that one. See what I can do. I'm not. See the battery pack on these, they do tend to last quite a while, but the actual batteries inside these don't, because they're old and decrepit. If we can stick it on charge, just as a backup, you know what I mean? Perfect. That'll do. I might take this off. Check me for that. Come on, you bugger. Yeah, we're still going. We are still going. Okay. Let's go. We are off to see the Wizard, the Wonderful Wizard of Oz. La 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 la. I'll move this crap out your way. Cause you don't need it, do you? Nah. Fuck that off and all. Rightio. I think we're enough. That'll do. Little less clutter. Gate code. It's always handy. If we ain't got that, you can't get out. Okay, right, and away we go. I'll put the window up because it's a bit chilly out there. I might have to put my glasses on because it's a bit bright out there too. Ooh la la! Nothing coming, there's nothing coming, there's nothing coming. That's going to be an absolute pain in the arse, that is, when they open that up. Oop, hello. It really will be a pain in the arse. Right, let's go then, shall we? Yeah, that'll do. Steady as she goes, steady as she goes. Why? Because we're driving on the opposite side of the road to avoid these vehicles that are parked on my side of the road and it's on a fucking bend. See, this is the mentality of this area, right? There's no double yellow lines down there, but as you can see, the road itself is not exactly the best road in the world to park on. Now, just here, right, at the island, if you turn right at this island, which is realistically the only way you can really go, because the signpost there tells you otherwise, you will notice that this particular road here is completely fucking straight, right? Straight. There's no bends in it, no twists, so fuck all like that. So there's no danger points, and yet this particular road has got double yellow lines all the way down it, and I don't get the mentality in that. So they have that down there. It's like wah 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 wah, and no double yellow lines, so you're having to drive on the opposite side of the road on towards oncoming traffic, and then you got this here. And to be honest with you, I mean, realistically, all that space there where there's grass and then bollards, they want fucking off, so the vehicles can park down there. You know yourself, you know, they never ever think that, oh well, stuff might not quite go as to plan, you know, it might not just happen, but whatever, who cares? I am only a mere driver, I am nobody special. And away we go. And here's another fuck up as well. This particular junction here, this island, right? You've got the middle lane for straight on, and you've got the far right lane for straight on, but you've got the left lane for designated left, which is completely cocked up because now the lanes in here is at the far right straight on for North 38, middle lane is for straight on South 38, and it's designated right turn in the island. I mean, which moron fucking painted that up? I mean, that's just fucking stupid. I've never known anything like it in my life. Because there's three of each, 3 in and 3 on and 3 out, I mean, fuck me, anybody got any brains in that lot? That's an easy solution, isn't it? Yeah, okay, what do you do? Easy. Immediate left is left and straight on. Middle lane, straight on. Far right, designated right. That's how that should have been fucking done. But hey, whatever. Yes, did you notice him? I have no idea what he's fucking playing at, but hey ho, whatever. You're probably saying, well, he must have made a mistake, he wanted to turn around and not go that way. Yeah, well, he should have gone up to the fucking 513, which is how it was, which is only up the road there, turn around there and come fucking back down. I have to do that if I make a mistake. So why can't anybody else? No. Oh, by the way, my brother-in-law, he's given me another route through Brown Hills. I ain't kidding you. It's pretty awesome. It really is. And as we're on our way back now, because the A5, they're digging up the traffic lights, and they're still doing it. I think they're almost done, but I'd say they've at least got another couple of weeks yet left. Even though it's stated from 30th of the 10th 2017 for 15 weeks, right? We are currently at the end of week 20, so they obviously didn't predict that right, or they're fucking dragging it out to earn more money, whichever, I don't really know. But it's still a fucking bane in our lives. But I've been going through Brown Hills, and at the very start of it, Brown Hills, there's the high street, there's a pub. Once you get past all the shops and stuff, there's a pub on where you're going through it towards Lichfield. There is a pub on the left, which has been, I'm almost sure it's boarded up. Anyway, well, they was digging that up. But even with them digging that up and there being traffic lights, you know, the roadwork traffic lights there in place, it was still quicker to go through Brown Hills that way up to the Shire Oak and then turn left to the lights and go down. It was still quicker, no matter what you do, right? It was still quicker. But now I've just come through a different way, and it's even more. It just bypasses the lot. It's brilliant. And I didn't realise you could go that way. I thought it would end up sending you somewhere else. But you go up, coming from Cannock into Brown Hills, you come to what they call the Tin Man Island. It's the Jiggers Man. But anyway, so you get to the island, you turn left, and you just drive straight the way down to an island. Granted, you got a couple of, I think I got, was it one set of traffic lights maybe, or two? I don't know, I think it might be two. Anyway, but you just drive straight until you come to an island. Turn left at that island, and then you put you on the island at which is just after the terrace lights, and you just turn right and you're up to Motley Corner. Or you can then that first island going straight, you can either turn right at that one and follow that all the way down to the T-junction, and then turn left and you're at Motley Corner. So it bypasses all sorts of crap, that does. So I'm going to try it. On the way there though, I'm not sure. So on the way back to Cannock, I'm going to go through Brown Hills and through the roadworks, unfortunately. But on the way back, because I've already turned left then right, I'm going to turn right then left and see how that performs, just to find out what it's like. But obviously this time I'll have a trailer on the back of me, whereas this morning I was solo. Oh balls. I don't want to go this way. But this is what I do if I make a mistake like this. La 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 la, yeah, da 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 da. I was enjoying that drive as well. I didn't think it would end that quick. Are you ready? Are you ready for this? Alright. Yeah, I fucked up, so what? No big deal. Who cares? I don't. Did I cause anybody any problems? No. Did I cut across the fucking hatchings like everybody else does? No. What did I do? Just drive around the fucking island and back down here. Where's the harm? No harm, no foul. It don't matter. Oh, look a bit of a dick, but hey ho, whatever. I don't mind. See? When you make mistakes, there's either a simple correction or there's a long simple correction. But either way, I mean, does it matter? Not really. As a matter of fact, that crept up on me rather quickly. I was quite surprised there, and I didn't really want to be driving against this tractor either, but never mind. Too many cars coming alongside me. La 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 la. Come on, you stupid gearbox. Change gears properly, will you, for fuck's sake. Telling you, the day that they changed these DAFs to automatic was the worst fucking day ever. The only good thing about the automatic is when you come into traffic. That's the only good thing that any automatic is. Unless you're a car driver like me, then I drive my automatic because I just like automatic cars, but automatic trucks are fucking crap. Unless it's a Volvo. If it's a Volvo, it's a different, that's well, yeah. That's just awesome. See, they've actually thought about it. Not just slap shit together and hope for the best. When you're having to do this particular job, right, and you do it over and over, and I don't know how somebody can actually do that and actually smile at the same time, because I know I can't. It does get to the point where, you know, enough's a fucking enough at the end of the day. It's like, what the fuck? Somebody's papping at me. I don't know who, but somebody is. Anyway, it's sometimes, right, you have to switch off when you're having to do repetitive stuff, but you can become a little bit, you know, numb to it in a way. That's how I feel anyway sometimes. This is the reason why I've decided to take different routes, you know, backwards and forwards to this place, because I was getting so stressed with the A5 even before they started the roadworks doing those traffic lights. And I know I apologise for repeating myself, but because of the way that people are when they are rushing to get to wherever they're going, they've got no consideration for anybody else on the road, and they barge in, push in, bully the way through, and they just don't care. And I hate that. It does my head in. It really does my head in. It's like this morning when we come to the set of traffic lights off there's a titchy piece of dual carriageway, and at the lights, then just over it, he bottlenecks into a single carriageway, and you've got cars and vans pulling up on the right hand lane, and they can see that their lane disappears. Their lane shuts off. It's right there in front of them, but they do it because they want to push in front of everybody else. If there is a queue of traffic, they just want to get in front of it. They don't care that those people in that line of traffic have been waiting there longer. They want to barge in, they want to push in. I was having a conversation with my brother-in-law yesterday about those scenarios. There's two different rules when it comes to lanes that are closing off, and they gives you all the information on the road, right? If on the road it says lane closing, or there's a sign in a triangle which says bottleneck, and there are arrows in your lane that you're in, right, and you can see these arrows, that means that your lane is closing. What it doesn't mean, which a lot of people tend to forget, is merging turn. It doesn't say merging turn. Unless it states merging turn, it's not merging turn, right? Now you'll most likely get merging turn only on roadworks, right? I don't know what the fuck's going on here. 3 cars with their hazards on. What's going on? Anyway, so when you see those arrows, yes, I know I'm repeating myself, but I'm going to do it again. When you see those arrows, that means that you have to move over to the lane that they're pointing to. But because it doesn't say merge in turn, it's not giving you right of way. What it's saying is you must give way to the traffic to whichever those arrows are pointing at. Because you are now changing lanes. And when you change lanes, what are you supposed to do? Give way to the lane that you're actually changing into. Because there may be traffic on it. Doesn't give you right way. Your arrows are here. Lane closing. There is no signs around that says merge in turn. What it's stating is that you better get the fuck over because your lane's closing. But you must give way to whichever lane you're getting into. The amount of times that I just... Because always, every time I see them bullying, and then they have the audacity then to start blasting their horn and or they're sticking their fingers out the window or giving the wanker sign or what have you. But to me, I'm like, well, you're obviously either a moron or you don't care. Because you're the one who's in violation, driving down the fucking Hatchins, giving the fucking V's and what have you. Because at the end of the day, you're supposed to give way to the traffic that the arrows are pointing to. But you see, the lack of education, or it may be just the fact that because it's gone on for so long and people have just accepted it, that they just have forgotten the actual rules to it. But hey, whatever. Who am I? I'm just a mere driver. I know no different. Some nice houses here, isn't there? I like these houses. This is the reason why I come this way, because, well, even though it's a little bit further out of the way, it's bloody quicker. It's ridiculous how quick it is. It's mad. And like I say, there is roadworks down there, they've been digging the road up, but again, it's quicker. I love it, I do. I fucking love it. And plus as well, right, because it is a single track, and this is going to, you know, you'll think I might be a bit strange thinking this, but because it's single track, even if you are queuing up and you shouldn't, whatever, right, I still don't care. I could do that, not a problem, because I know that I'm not going to get some fucktard who's going to come racing down the outside and then cut in at the last minute and basically giving fuck you to everybody else on the road, like, you know what I mean, who's in the queue of traffic. Oh, I want to get in front of you lot. Can't do it. You know what I mean? You just can't do it. So I can do this all day. I can just pootle down here, not a bother. Sit here with these roadworks and like I did last time, well, back last year when they was actually digging it up. So, you know, I don't care. I really don't care. Don't care the stuff. Besides, it ain't that busy today. It has been to the point where it's been up there, like backed up when they've had this dug up. It's that building right over there. That's the. I'm sure that's the boarded up pub. But they had all that dug up last year as well, so they obviously don't have. Either it's broke again, or they haven't fucking fixed it properly. What do you reckon? Got a chance, I suppose. Well, we've got a bit of movement. How far are we going to go, do you think? I remember back in the day when all this lot here on the right hand side of us didn't exist. I used to come down here And just over that little bridge we've just gone over that you never noticed, I used to turn right down there and on the way to Aldridge. Can I make it? Yeah, nice. It's the same place. It's exactly the same place that they dug up last time. Oh, something's obviously wrong. I don't know what, mind you, but something is. Oh dear. Ironically. Yeah. That's all I did. Yeah. It's alright. I was just watching him then, walking down there with his crutches, and I know I shouldn't do, but my brain went straight to, and the Oscar goes to. Look, hey, it could be legitimate, you know what I mean? But hey. See, there we are, the Tin Man, Brown Hills Island. Yeah. And that's the reason why I come this way, because it's a lot less hassle. I find it refreshing. I'm gonna go down there though. On the way back. On the way back. Yay. On the way back. On the way back. Yay. See? I don't know why, I like it. I like coming this way. I really do. Because when after all said and done, once you've gone through that little part where the shops are, the rest of it's perfectly fine straight up the top, which is what I was doing. But now I'm going to turn left at the island this time round, like I did this morning. But either way, it's just, in my opinion, in my point of view, it's relaxing. It sounds crackers, but it is. Especially after having to traverse that fucking rat race over there. Nah, fuck that shit. I just can't be doing it no more. I'm done. That's why when I was up yesterday, I was sort of like Wigan way, and then I went up to Chorley, and it was, you know, it's a breath of fresh air. It's nice to go off and have a bit of a tat-off. You know what I mean? I enjoyed it. It was good fun. Remembering an old place that I'd been to before, and thinking, well, if I can't go that way because obviously I want to get stuck, but I do remember that you have to go this way in, even though my sat nav's going, no you don't, and you have to have a bit of a word, like, you know. Right. And that there is a fucking travesty. What happened? Did it spontaneously combusted it or something? Yeah, right. wonder what fun and games we're going to have trying to get into uni. Ah, yes. With all the traffic, well, now let's put that in the right context. With all the vehicles parked as you go down to it on the right hand side facing you, blocking the road off, only allowing one lane, and if they're parked too close to the entrance to uni, well then you can't get in, you have to wait. But then you'll always have some cock who will decide to drive all the way down there and stick himself in between the parked vehicle and the fence, and you just can't get in, or out, or in, or out. Shake it all about, you do the yoky pokey and turn around. You just can't do none of it. None of it at all. None of it at all. But hopefully it might be clear and we can sail straight on in. I hope so anyway. I really, really, really do. Really, really, really do. Yes, I really, really do. Do, 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 do. As we give it a thraping all the way down here, it's turned out to be a nice day today, isn't it? It's cold though. Well, say cold, is it? It's 6 degrees. At least it's not minus something. So that's a bonus straight away. But yeah, it ain't too bad at all. I can live with this. Yes, I can live with this. It's not raining. It's not trying to snow. Yeah, it'll do. And plus it's Friday. I mean, that's always a bonus at the end of the day, isn't it? Friday. Yes, Friday the 16th of February 2018. Already. Yes, all fucking ready. And if you notice here, on the left, well, the left of this lane, you can notice that there is no longer a traffic light post. Yes, there was one there originally. There's a bit of a stumpy thing there, which is fiberglass, because some guy come racing up the wrong side of the dual carriageway in his van, and yeah, that happened. And here's the best thing about it, right? Even though there was vehicles about, because where we're going now, the lady in there, she was actually at the traffic lights as this van come speeding up the wrong side of the dual carriageway, and then hit that post and nearly hit a car. But none of them was able to get a registration plate for the vehicle, and the vehicle's never been found. How about that? It's about right, isn't it? When this place is warmed up and all these walks round here have dried up, I want to get myself a bit of a walk around there and get the video camera out, I think. I want to do that this year if I can. Now, that truck has been there for over a week in the same position. That was there last week, that was. Now, I thought to myself, has it been abandoned there, or with this APC place here, is he a tramper and he's gone off for the week? But that's still there. It's Friday. Now, if it's still there Monday, well, yeah. What does that say? Right then, here we go. Boopy doo, boopy doopy doo boo. Well, we've got a vehicle there. I think he's just there for the fun of being there, so that ain't no bother. We can get round him. I think personally ought to open this lot off because it goes all the way down there, and if you turn left, if they open that left up wider and just done some titivating with it just down there, it puts you on the main road up the top, and then you just turn left. If you have it just designated left only to get out then to the island, and then you'll be absolutely fine. Now you see where that vehicle's now parked with his container to the left. That there is the gate I want, but because he's hanging out like that and we've got this foreign guy here who's parked just up from the gate entrance, I have to wait till he moves. But the problem is you don't get all drivers waiting. They'll just sit behind him, then block the road off altogether. And I wish they'd hurry up and get these fucking potholes fixed. Telling you, the roads in our country are fucking disgusting. They are, absolutely. Especially around this area where I live. It's fucking crap. Absolutely. Well, yeah. What can I do about it? I mean, I pay me fucking road tax to drive over these fucking lunar surface situations, but hey, whatever. Does make you wonder sometimes, doesn't it? Why bother? If they can't be asked to fucking fix the roads, why the fuck should we bother paying road tax? Oh, I know, because they keep adding roads. Now you know I'm an advocate for adding roads. I like that shit. That's a bit by the by, but you could at least service the ones that we've already got. That'd be nice. Oh man, this is really starting to. Ooh. Yeah. Do 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 do. La 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 la. Take my belt off. Don't need it on. Fucking whinging old seat. Yes, I know, I'm fat, shut up. It's a great system if you know how to use it. It's a great system if you have the correct information. It's not so great if you don't know what the fuck you're doing, you haven't got the right information. You just get fucking, that's it then. Everything comes to a standstill. Ah, look. We've got a driver who's just pulled up, one of ours, right behind me, and he's made it really awkward for people now to get past. Oh well, at least they can though, that's a good thing. I wonder what bay they're going to give me. Will it be on the back? Will it be on the front? Will it be over on the side? Will it be in the middle? Who knows? Will I be able to get in at all, being as how we're not having much fun at the moment? I was watching the old YouTube this morning before I went to work, and I'm always a day late with this one particular channel, which is the Philip DeFranco. I always watch. I'm always a day late because obviously when he puts the Monday up, it's too late. So I'll watch that on the Tuesday and so on and so forth. And yeah, I watched his video this morning, which was from yesterday. Yeah, talking about the shooting again in America. I think I had a tweet that had come through from Myla. Let me just have a quick look if I can find it or not. I might not be able to find it out now. But I'd retweeted it. Let's just see if it's on my retweets. Me tweets and replies. Yeah, there we are. Alicia Marlon, she says that 20 years ago a man walked into Dunblane Primary School and murdered 16 children and their teacher. Soon after, the UK banned all handguns. And there hasn't been one since. But if I'm not mistaken, I think Australia did the same thing as well, didn't they? They went, no, you ain't having that again. Right, I've got a number here somewhere that I want. I can't remember what it was. That ain't it. That's the one. No. Does that look like one? That's a fucking 0. Oh, you stupid machine. J-R. Needs to be recalibrated, the screen does. When you're actually tapping on the letters or numbers, the cursor is not on where you are, it's about fucking inch out. It's ridiculous. It needs to be recalibrated. And now we're just waiting for a bay. Must be a bit busy. Oh, here we go. 107. Off we go to 107. Yeah, he looks really enthusiastic there, winding the legs up on that trail, doesn't he? So fucking had enough of this shit. Bumpity 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 bump, bumpity bumpity bump, bumpity 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 bump. Right, let's go find 107. And here it is. Ta da 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 da. Yes, 107. Just over there. Come on then, you fucking great lump, move it. Piece of piss. Anybody says it ain't lying. Right. For the next step in the evolution of things, we have to set this up. I'm going to zip my thing up because I'm all cold and stuff. And I've got a severe pain in my forehead due to the weight of this bloody camera. Oh, right. Oh, you fucker. Right, drop that. That there. Yes, I know before you even start. This is my way of doing things and I'm sticking to it. Try the brakes on. As you can see, I've not wound it straight to the floor. The fucking feet are loose because, yes. Right, let's go and park myself up. Let me just check that. 28.95 here. Right. Simple as that. Easy peasy. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. And this is where I park myself. Here, on the D, as we call it. But I don't shove it in the middle. I'll go right to the very front if there's nobody else here. Because if you go right to the very front of it, believe it or not, yes, other drivers can use it. Right, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go in there and get myself some paperwork, hopefully. They'll look pretty. Stare at the sky for a minute. I'll be back in a sec. You can still listen to me, mind you, but you know. I think I might have a cup of coffee and all on here. Vanilla latte. Sorry, but that's a new one. That's going to taste nasty though, isn't it? Shall I, shan't I, shall I, shan't I? Go on then. I've got to have a go. Just for the sake of it. Just for something different. Because that used to be the... What's the name? I didn't mock up, but they've got them out there. Yeah, whatever. Right. Yeah, not bad I suppose.
Do you need a bolt cutter, pal? Do you need them? No? Okay. Open the baby door, open the door, make sure your low's not leaning. If all good, ramp for 6. Then keys and plumb bar to me, please, mate.
Tesco, Lichfield.
No problem. You right, how you do?
Not bad. It's Friday, Sue.
Hey, at least you got better today. You had a shake.
Well, thank you for that. Well, did I look like a frigging tramp or something? Is that what it is?
She doesn't like the rough look also.
No, she
likes
don't.
it all smooth,
Yeah.
smooth and gentle like a baby's bottom.
Is that what it is?
I think it is. She's got the flu.
That was 2 weeks ago. 540 20 895.
263. Oh.
Oh, what? Don't get doing stupid things like that. You make me worried. Should we test go Lichfield?
Yeah, no. In the process of being loaded. I think we've been waiting for trailers. I've had no empties.
That's because Lichfield's got them again.
That would make this much
No, I never made an effort.
Come on.
You just talk. I know.
Ending 895, yeah?
Yeah.
Being loaded as we speak now.
Oh, that's right then.
Alright, so just get yourself a cuppa.
Yeah, I've got one.
It was originally planned for 4:45 this afternoon for loading. They pulled it forward, yeah.
What our lot's brought it forward? You lot have?
We brought it forward because someone fucked up.
Oh right. Oh
We
dear.
brought it forward, so we only released that about half an hour,
Well,
5 minutes ago.
it is a little bit of useful information for you, right? I was told that this one was for 8:45 this morning.
Yeah, well,
No, I believe you. It didn't-
16th of February, 16:45.
No,
And someone's phoned up like, this one been loaded. But it's not planned until this time. Oh, we need that one doing. You need to put it in an email then, because someone's fucked up.
Yeah, it was because they told me to come in at 8 o'clock because it won't due till.
Hello?
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Am I open?
He's for sure. He's going to.
No, it doesn't just open. I need to know who you are, where you're from, and what you're doing. Okay.
This lady is.
Right. What was your booking? You're making a collection or delivery? Okay, you need to talk to the mic. Then we'll sing it into the paperwork. Were you making a collection or were you making a delivery? Darling, I'm trying to help you to gain exit, yeah? If you don't help me, I can't help you. Okay. Were you making a delivery or were you making a collection? You don't understand. Okay, you're going to have to wait there till we get a shunter to you then, mate. Thanks very much.
Jim, I mean, there's just a quote.
Looks like my job's being loaded now. So one of the TTX trailers. So I've got to wait. Wait patiently. So while I'm waiting, I'm going to have a minute and I'll speak to you a lot later because this battery's starting to die anyway, so and more that's charged up and what have you. Alright, speak to you in a bit. Tra-la-la. Testicles 1 2 1 2 testicles 1 2. That looks tragic. Oh well, never mind. Let's see how long it lasts. It should last okay, I suppose. Where are you pointing? Let's just tweak it down a touch. Enough with the fucking rattling. hang on to that. Finish that off. Show them in my bag out the road. Fluffy hat. Put that over there for now. I think we're done there for the time being. I think there's not much else I can do. Let's go. Would help if I put it in gear, wouldn't it? Honestly, I'm losing the plot today. I'm going fucking cuckoo. I'm a going cuckoo. I'm a going cuckoo. Woo-hoo, woo-hoo. I'm a going cuckoo. Cuckoo. Woo-hoo, woo-hoo. This chair's a fucking strange chair. It is. It's fucking so weird. One minute it's sort of like in an okay position, the next minute, even though it hasn't moved, it's fucking crap. Bom, 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 bom. As we traverse our way out, which, to be honest with you, what I could do with doing. Has that gone off, or has it gone off? Power's on. There's no light. It's like it went blue when it was charged up. Oh well, never mind. Phone. Let's just let them know what I'm doing. Oh, for crying out loud. Whatever. Hey, but just coming out of Unilever. 265. Hang on, is it 262 or 265? 263 even. See you in a bit. Ta. Blah la 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 la. There was an interesting conversation I had yesterday with Mick, and he was on about cyclists, right? Because I'd brought into the conversation the fact that I'd seen some post, whether it be a joke or not, I don't know, about cyclists from whenever being told that they've got to have insurance and tax on their push bikes, and I laughed my tits off and I was thinking, because I'm convinced it's a joke, like, but I wish it was real. in another breath, I'm like thinking, well, that's about bleeding time and all. But he says, well, think of it like this. He says, if you've got a cycle, right, it's two wheels, it goes on the road. And I think, yeah, okay. He says, so, and you yourself, you are a motorcyclist. And I went, also correct. So then why is it that you have to pay, one, you have to take a test and pass that test, two, you've got to wear safety equipment, three, you have to insure it and tax it. And I thought, well, I suppose, yeah, in a way, yeah, I have got to look at it. He says, yeah, but it's still a cycle, right? One is a bicycle, whereas the other one is a motorcycle, but it's still two wheels. One's powered by legs and one's powered by an engine. And I says, yeah, but the thing is though, my engine can do fucking, probably if it was left on a track, about 160 miles an hour, whereas the legs can't. You know what I mean? So he says, yeah, but the thing is though, it's still only a cycle, so why is it that they aren't paying insurance and tax when they're on the road? And why is it that they choose the pavement when it only suits them? And I'm like, well, do you know what? I actually had that incident yesterday. That day when I was talking to him, I said, fuck me, earlier on I had the same incident, what you were just talking about. because there was a section of road at this street that I was driving in Wigan where it goes very narrow through a bridge, and vehicles have to give way, especially if coaches, buses, HGVs, they all have to give way to let people through, right? Because it is narrow. This cyclist decided, right, even though there is a designated cycle path for cyclists to get through this bridge without even interfering traffic, he went down the right of me in the middle of the road, right, in the middle of the road that was, and then he decided then to whip across the front of a car in the traffic that was waiting for the big bus to come through, and jump onto the path and then back off the path because it was convenient for him. And I'm like, what the fuck, man? It's so infuriating, it really is. And I mean, I know that people out there like to ride their push bikes. I know they do. It's obvious. People like doing it. There's even a sport, right? It's called the fucking Tour de France. Granted, the Tour de France is always somewhere where it's been isolated away from the main public highway, even though it is on the public highway, but they shut it all down, and so that they can have their race. Obviously, in this country, we don't do that. Right? We haven't got Tour de France's and shit like that. Not that I know to. I mean, we may have, but I've never really heard it because I don't really pay attention to that crap because I don't like it. It's not something I enjoy. And so why is it that when these cyclists that are all gussied up, now I know, like, there's going to be country lanes that don't have cycle paths. I know this. I'm patient enough to sit there, even though I fucking hate and detest it, to wait until I can actually get past, right? However long that may take, right? Because I know full well that the cyclist that's pootling down there at a maximum of about 25 miles an hour, only for a short period of time until he gets tired, right? Then he'll start to slow down, that I am stuck behind him until he decides to use a bit of fucking common sense and get off the road so people can get past. But hey, that never happens, whatever. But I still think that if they don't use a designated, and I mean a designated, cycle path, then I personally think they ought to be fined for it. Also, my own fault. I normally block that off as I pull around that corner anyway, but this time around I don't. Yeah, but anyway, I always find that if they were more considerate of other road users, like this one here for argument's sake, that there is a purpose-built cycle path, right? They even redid it, right? Widened it, remapped it. But the amount of times I've had cyclists cycling down on that side of the road over there, right, and then obviously along this white bit here, this narrow, and they totally ignored it. Granted, I will say not all, but there still are a few that do it, and I don't understand it. I mean, the question is this: do they actually know why an actual cycle path has been put down? I'm not on about the ones that are painted in the road, right? They're just an add-on. I'm on about these purpose-built ones. Do they know why that those are actually there at all? Because they're not there for show. They are there for a fucking reason. To get the person off the road, out of harm's way. And when I was traversing through that narrow bridge and that dickhead comes down the fucking right hand side of me, cutting through all the traffic, riding on the wrong side of the road on towards oncoming traffic, and then cutting through the gap between the traffic that's in my lane and then up on, and I'm like, no wonder you fuckers die if you're going to do stunts like that. It just, the mind boggles, it really does. And yet, to the left of me, there's an actual cycle path. Yes, granted, you have to share it with pedestrians, so that means you would have to slow down and make your way through. But it's the safe option. That way he went was that's the dead way, that is, unless you're lucky. But eventually you won't be lucky. But eventually he's going to come a cropper and end up being squashed. And I certainly won't be shedding any tears for it. Because when that kind of scenario happens, they're inviting the consequences, really. And I ask anybody to prove me wrong, because as far as I'm concerned, there is no need for it, no need whatsoever. This particular cycle path here goes all the way through, from down there at Cannock, all the way through. I think it only stops when it gets down to the far bottom island down the road down there. But to think that they've done all that and yet cyclists barely use it, seems to be a bit of a kick in the face, really. I know, whatever. I know I'm moaning about it, but I'll stop moaning when they stop being stupid. Nice and steady all the way round, here we go. Nice and steady, here we go. Yeah, baby. Right then, shall I turn left or shall I turn right at that island? I'm just trying to, I'm contemplating, because this morning when I turned left at the island, I was straight down at the other island, and I was like, whoop, and that was it, done. So I think I might do the same again, because you know, I'm all for the quick way, you see me. I wanted to try going the other way, but yeah, I don't know. It's just that I'm feeling the left, not the right at the moment. So I'm gonna go the left, I think. I know I did say I was gonna go right, but fuck it. I've changed my mind. I'm entitled to change my mind. The sun is shining, the weather is fair. Do you think cyclists ought to pay insurance and tax? I do. Do you think cyclists, if not using a designated cycle path, should get fined? I do. But what about cycle clubs and stuff like that? I don't give a fuck. This is not the Tour de France, this is a public fucking highway. If you want to practice racing, there are places in the world, in the country, that have got an actual racetrack that you can hire and do your Tour de France on that, practicing. Right, you can do all that shit. So, if that was my brother-in-law. So you know, you can do it. There's believe it or not, in Lichfield, Fradley area, there is an actual there's a racetrack there. It's a sprint track, it's called. I think it's is it Kerbra sprint thing? I think that's what it is. That's my that'll be my brother-in-law. That'll be. I can guarantee you that. Hello, was that you, was it? I'm just doing a video about it now. I've already given you a bit of a mention about it, like, you know. I did it this morning when I'd gone through Solo, and I went straight away down the island, chucked to left, and bang, straight on the island, bang, straight right, bang. I thought, fuck, this is brilliant, this is. No, I haven't done that way yet. I was going to do it on this way, but because it was so quick going the other way, I thought, oh, I might as well just chuck her left again. You know what I mean? Well, that's it, Eve. Ah, it's an absolute doddle, that is, dude. Honestly. It's a frigging doddle. I know it's a bit of a tight squeeze going once you get past those lights. It's a bit of a tight squeeze down there. But it is, because obviously the Arctic's to an Arctic, it's a bit. I'm scraping my mirrors on the bushes. So, oh, I don't. Well, I do. I'll have to just breathe in when another Arctic comes up at you. So, back to Lichfield. I had a really easy day yesterday. I went straight home, didn't I? Yeah, it was a freaking doddle of a day. That was great. Yeah. Oh, absolutely. You jammy cow. It's nearly as good as me, that is, yesterday. Well, that's it, Ed. Well, you shouldn't have to, should you, really? Oh, have you? All right. Happy days. Yeah. Oh. What are you doing now? No, I haven't hit the trees yet. I ain't got that far. This just a CF noisy bag of shit. I mean, I'm about to come down. Yeah, I know. You ain't gonna tell me. It's also the seat squeaks like fuck as well. That's the road. That is. There you are. There's the wind. There's the mirror. Yeah. Speak to you later. See you later. Yeah. There you have it. My brother-in-law. That was him with his green Scania, with his flatbed and 2 skips on the back of it. He just mentioned me. He says, "Which way are you going to go? You're going to go down Barracks Lane?" I said, "Well, I'll chuck to left this morning, so I'm going to do left again." I said, "Because I could go that way. I could turn right. I could go that way up." Because this was so easy to get down here. You know, that's it. That's the end of it. So I shall do this, and it'll be a bit of a struggle now, because what you'll get is a lot of people will start to block the island off, unless you have somebody with at least half a brain and won't block it off. And we'll get round, because that's all now coned off, and it's one lane, and this shit goes all the way up there to Motley Corner, so it's a right pound in the arse. Off we go. See what I mean? I love. See, whenever there's an actual decent shortcut or a alternative route to the norm, especially when the norm is an absolute sack of mouldy taters, you know what I mean? I'm happy for that. I can do that all day. It's just an absolute breath of fresh air. It is. It really is a breath of fresh air. So, oh, I love it. Absolutely love it. It's brilliant. It's what I call an awesome day. Absolutely. We're on the way back, you see, right? Because it gets backed up all the way. It pays to go off that way and go up the top. But the reason for me wanting to go up that way in the first place was I just remembered, like a great donga, is because I wanted to find out where he brought you out up there, because I wasn't sure. But as a matter of fact, actually, do you know what? I'll have a look at the map later. That's what I'll do. When I get up the road here, I'll have a look, because I think when Barracks Lane, I think it brings you out where there's a shop called Rally. It's a push bike shop. Yeah, there. But yeah, that's up there. I think it brings you out right alongside that, I think. And if that's the case, I can get to it that way up. So I'll have a look anyway. see what's what. Because if that is the case, I can come up and through. It'll be a lot easier. I'm all for simple. Me, I'm telling you now, I am all for simple. If life is made easier by doing something like that, then great. As long as it doesn't cause any problem to anybody else, who's going to worry about it? You know what I mean? I certainly ain't anyway. I don't give a monkey's. No. Well, and away we go on our next adventure, the A5 dual carriageway. I watched another episode of Star Trek Discovery last night. Yes, catching up on that. Still is, without a doubt, fucking awesome. I can actually see another tattoo coming with the old Star Trek Discovery. I'll have to see what we can come up with. Ooh, there's one thing I've got to do, which I don't know whether it's going to be worth doing it this weekend or what. I don't know, or I might have to just wait until it gets a bit warmer. But I need to, and I say that in the most of positive ways, because I'm not saying it because I just don't want to do it and I'm lazy. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. I'm saying it because I just don't want to be out in the cold. Simple as that. I've got to rake off all the bricks and stones that the arse bags have left on my garden after digging up the footpath to lay that stupid fucking Virgin Media cable down. Yeah, I know, tell me about it. The council have come along and tarmacked the one path, but they haven't done the other path yet. But the way that they've left it tells me that they're not going to tarmac it. They've just chucked cobblestone bricky things all over it and flattened them down. That's the end of it, which is a bit of a cop out, really. That's a proper bodge. Fucking typical. Can't be asked to do it right, so they end up doing that shit instead. Same kind of principle with our roads around our estate. The roads on our estate, which is Great Worley and Chelsea Nay, they are absolutely atrocious. And I'm not kidding you, they are fucking atrocious. There's more potholes than there is on the fucking surface of the moon. It's fucking ridiculous. Absolutely. I don't understand it, I don't. I pay me road tax, and yet I'm having to drive over this shit that basically resembles a Ford test track. But, hey, what can you do? And the fact that my actual street that is so bad, with all potholes, patches, and as a relatively smart person, I mean, I'm not going to say I'm a genius, but I'm not far off. But it's pretty obvious where all these fracture points and potholes have come from. The bloody great big fucking road humps they've shoved in our street. Now, the thing that makes me laugh is when they first started putting these down, right, they invited the village to come down and air their opinion about it, right? And when they was all given this thing to come down, the community centre was so packed that it was standing room only. It was absolutely fucking rammed, and everybody was complaining. They says, what the fuck, we don't want these in here, don't put them down, blah blah blah. Because my dad was in there, he was one of the residents there complaining about it. And of course democracy was chucked straight out the window, and they went ahead and fucking put these things down anyway, regardless. So of course we all had to suffer this fucking shit. And the amount that they have put down in each of the streets in certain areas is just fucking stupid. It's overkill. Right? Absolute overkill. And I've had my Ford Cougar, my Ford Explorer, all of them vehicles have had the suspension fucked up because of these poxy fucking road humps. And the fact that I've also been testing how much fuel I use, when I was doing just normal long runs, when I was backwards and forwards to Colchester, because it's a nice straight run, it's a motorway, blah blah, my mileage was quite good. But I filled the tank up and I've been checking to see how many mileage is now, having to stop start through every fucking road up that there is. And I'm almost empty now from a full tank, and I'm on 180 I think it is, or 181 I'm on. When all's said and done, it'll be around about 230 at the most. Right, that's at the very most. But when I was doing my runs, when it was just a nice continuous drive without having to stop at road humps, and I'm doing 70 miles an hour, I did about 380 odd on it. It was great. But anyway, I am still saving money because one, it's half the size of the engine as there was in before, because it's only a 2 litre where that was a 4 litre. But the thing that annoys me the most is that I am wasting fuel unnecessarily because of those road humps. And it's only now, nearly what, I'm thinking it's got to be at least 15 years on, when they first introduced these stupid fucking road humps, that they're realising now that it's actually causing more pollution. I pissed myself laughing when I heard that. I'm like, well, that serves you fucking right, that, doesn't it? Because you jumped the gun again, don't you? As usual. Fucking some prick behind a fucking desk has said, we've got to put these in to make things look safer and what have you, but you can guarantee he comes from an area where there ain't a fucking road hump in sight. Well, we'll just dump them in that area. We ain't having them over our area though. No, we can't have that. I fucking hate it, I do. Why is it that there's always somebody out there that implements something and never ever fucking has to deal with it? Pisses me off, that does. Fucking arseholes. Me personally, if I could find out who it was that decided that road humps were a good idea in the first place, especially this many, find out where they live to see if their estate's full of road humps, and if it isn't, I would put one every fucking 10 feet in their street, one every, not just as pads, the ones that go across the whole fucking road, one every 10 feet, and go, there you are, you can have fun fucking coming out of your drive now and go humpity 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 hump all the way down your street. Fuck you. And you know what it's like, don't you? You want me to get rid of those fucking road humps, you get rid of ours, and I'll do it. Until then, you can fucking stuck them. That's just me being fucking, you know, being me, of course, in the land of dream world. But I know it's not just Great Whirley and Chesney, but considering that we are the fucking road hump of the road hump capital of the country, right? It's frustrating because they've got two different types of road hump. You've got the one that goes across the whole road, which causes so much destruction to the road. Then you've got the pad ones as well, which are, to be quite honest with you, they're a pointless fucking exercise. I don't even know why they've put them on there, because they don't slow fuck all down at all, right? Especially the ones that are tiny little patches, which, well, yeah, you just straddle them, right? Unless you've got a really low car, you're fucked. But majority of vehicles can just straddle them. But what that does is it chews up the inside of your tyres of your car, right? So the inside wall gets damaged, and if you've got low profiles, even worse. But hey, again, That's just me using my common sense and pointing out situations that will occur if you put these things down. But unfortunately, because we had some bureaucrat fuckwit who decided this was a good idea, didn't bother thinking about it, didn't put any kind of thought into it. You know, when something's designed that means it's going to involve the safety of lives, right? They don't just go, well, we'll try that and see what happens. If a couple of people die, well, we'll just put it, we'll just mark it down as a learning curve. No, they test and 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 they test to find out as much as they can to find out whether anything's going to go wrong. Why couldn't they have done that with this road dump shit? Well, let's test, shall we? Let's have a test. Let's see what happens if we put these road dumps down, right? We'll stick them on this stretch of tarmac, right? That was laid in the 1960s, and let's see what happens to that tarmac when we stick road dumps on and then send vans, dust carts, cars, and bounce them up and down over there. Let's see what happens to the road and the structure of the road. Then after about fucking 8 years of it, they go, well, fuck me, look at the state of that. Yeah, I know. Look at the poor fucking Anson Road that we live in with our 63. I think it was 1963 when it was laid, or at least in that period, 63, 64. Because I know when my house was built back then, so the roads may have come either the same time or just before or just after, whichever. But they've never been redone, and they're shattered now. They're just completely fucked. Absolutely. Fooked. Absolutely fooked. Yeah, well, whatever. Whatever. Let's get this seat belt off out the way, because we don't need it. Fuck that off out the way, get all that out the way. Stop it. How do? I've got your Unilever for you. 540-212. No, hang on. Let me start again. 540-211-25001. That makes sense.
And the trailer number?
263. It's a tall one, by the way, so, you know. Okie dokie. See you in a bit. Giggling, 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 ding, 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 ding. Yes, the looks like the water level's a bit low. Do I care? Not particularly. Should I care? Probably, but I just haven't got the enthusiasm to. In here somewhere I've got a bunch. Oh, for fuck's sake. I just got a fucking win. Ah! Yes, found you. I only want one. Oh, that's better. Irritating the piss out of me. Yes, it is indeed. Isn't this wonderful? Oh yes. We've still got them on the bay. Still got that one on the bay. Have we got any empties? Ooh, looks like we might have. We might be lucky. Even be more lucky than I thought. Ooh. See, when I was here earlier, there was only like none left. There wasn't any, was there? No, because I took the last one. Yes, indeedy, indeed. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to wait for Mr. TDW to move at the road so I can park this on the fence just there. Away we go. Happy days. Let's shove it next to that one, shall we? I might as well. Just like that. Yeah, I know. I think that'll do. Right then. Turn that off because it's a bit noisy. Let's wind the window up, keep the warmth in. Put that there. Grab out my coat. Oh, yeah, cow bag. We'll have that. Oh, actually, no, I don't need that. Oh, fucking tell you what. When these chairs are like this, it fucking cripples me. They're so fucking uncomfortable. Oh, good grief, my fucking back. Right, shall we drop this mother? Yay. Do boo be doo. Yay. What the fuck was that? Ow, that fucking hurt. I'm in the wars today, I tell you. Good grief. Ow, that really hurt. Yeah, fucking nuisance. What's going on with this now? Oh, here we are. It's alright. There was nothing there, I just went to like, just whipped me fucking wrist. Oh, what am I like? Yeah, because this one has got that wheel down on the floor as well as the other ones. That one goes right to the floor. Yeah. Because you've got the lift axle on the floor. And because it's got some weight on it, to make life a bit easier for me, when I eject myself from underneath it, just send it down a bit, take some pressure off it, and it doesn't come out that bloody great big ka-bang or as the trailer then just like all that weight drops and it just bends the fucking front of the actual trailer itself. Nose diving, because that can happen. we've got trailers to prove the fucking point. They can snap. It's not good when it happens, but they can. A bit like that. If the axle's back up, I'll park myself down there out of the way. Yes, yes indeedy. Oop, hello. Right. The charge is not doing too bad, so I'll leave you on for a minute while I'll go and sort myself out. Sit there for you. Can look up the ceiling for a minute. That's better. Ooh, that come fucking sharp, that did on my wrist. Fucking hell. We've got some empties, so we're fine. I might give our Mick a ring and ask him about the way back.
I've gone on bay 19 now, just done the move for the shouldn't.
Never mind. Tell you that bad, is he? Yeah. I've been up since 6 o'clock.
You jammy bastard,
Well, I did this time round because I wasn't due in till like 8 o'clock, but I got in about 8:15 because apparently my first job wasn't ready until 8:45 this morning. I've just found out the one I've just brought in on Unilever side, it's not due in until 5:45 tonight. Well, they've had to pull it forward for me. Could I please have an exit pass?
You want to exit pass? No problem.
Thank you very much.
Have a nice weekend.
I might be back yet. I'll probably be back again in a bit. But when I was there though, the one I picked up, that had just been loaded. So I've got a funny feeling there ain't much on.
You want the overtime? You're saying you want some?
Nope. Don't do overtime. When there's a bank holiday Monday or a Friday, then yes, without a doubt. But Saturday, Sundays are mine. As simple as that. 5 days a week's enough for me. Don't do no more. I don't care whether I'm desperate for money or not. I still only do 5 days a week. Because you just work yourself to death if you do.
You are desperate.
I'm always desperate for money.
Do you want Saturday morning?
No. If I went and said I'll do Saturday, that I would hear nothing more than Saturday every time. They wouldn't leave me alone. They just still wouldn't leave you alone. You did it last time, then they'd make excuses. I've got to do it every other Saturday again. No, fuck that. No, thank you. Might be back in a bit. Don't know. See you later, Paul. Right. Right, you are. Right, that's my ticket to get out. I'm sure I've got somebody in my fucking eyeball now. That's nice. Oh, fuck. Wunderbar. Where do we go? Where we stop? Nobody knows. Let's go and grab an empty trailer, shall we? Might as well, haven't we? Look, you ain't missing much. Don't worry about it. $2014 sounds like a plan. Looks like someone's been a bit overzealous with the yeah, jumping up the curve. She'll be there for a sec. Let's just get myself on it. Or what I could do, I could stick you on my head, couldn't I? Because I know you're like, well, I want to see that bit. Alright then. You've twisted me arm. Let's just have a quick now and see what we've got here. Come on. There you go. Right, let me just knock that off a sec. Let me just where's my phone? Good question. Where's my phone? Oh, got it. Here we go. Bum, 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 bum. See if he'll answer. He might do. No. 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 Never mind. It don't matter. Let me just, before I start plugging me trailer in, let me just have a quick old snoop on the old thingamabobby calling me Judah. So, there's Mutley Corner. That one there's, what's that one there? Aha! So that is Barracks Lane then, is it? Oh, okay then. So I can do that then. So if I come down there, chuck myself into there, Barracks Lane, and all the way down there to the island, and yeah, so that should be pretty much okay. Then I can then go up there to that island. Okay then, I will give that a whirl. Me and you and me, and the rest of us can have a go. I'll put that, it's getting a bit warm there. Right, let's plug it in, shall we? Let me plug it in. Plug it in, plug it in. Plug it in. Does that look a bit loose to you? Yeah. Let's put these away, shall we? Tidy. What they should be. Put the old clip of my doodah on. You can't forget the clip of my doodah. Do. Oh, I love it. Don't you just love it? You get all excited and stuff. Come on, what the fucking hell's wrong with this bag of shit? There we go. Right. Okay. Well, there's an image of a fucking bit of tread on that. It's alright, it'll do. It isn't quite a racing slick yet, so. Lights are flashing, so that's something, I suppose. Right. I am a bit of a finicky fucker, I suppose, in certain respects, because I don't like having flappy danglies. Not when there's no need for it. Flappy danglies to me heading. Making shapes up here or what? I ain't saying nothing. I'll keep my thoughts to myself. Come here, you fucker. Why? Why do that? You fucking awkward bastard. It's a bit bitter, is it? Right, I'm going to hook this back up. Right. There's the hook. Like that. Easy peasy. Don't matter. It's fine. It's a doodle. I know. Don't worry about it, it's just me being me. Oh dear. There's nothing wrong with us, you was, guys. I know. You ain't gonna tell me. But the others aren't done, so. And you can't just do, you know, your style and have that. No, just no. Go ahead, Dooney. I'm opting out of that one. See, when you do this, it just looks tidy, doesn't it? As much as it can look tidier. I know you're probably fucking laughing your tits off after me saying that, right? That frame of sentence, you know what I mean? Looking at the state of the fucking trailer as a whole, but hey, you have to do what you can do. Bit of a stiff one. And all down to the fact the legs are quite bent. Not bent as much as some of them, but hey. Whew. See, what I'm going to do with this is hey. See, if I pull forward and just send it over towards there for a bit, only a titty bit, so I don't clamp the trailer that's next to me on the left, and then twink it that way, and then twink it back that way, it will move me over by about 5 foot or more, and just back it up. Whatever shape you feel comfortable. That's a bit annoying, isn't it? And then feel for the curb. Like that. One curb. And then turn them off as well because they're noisy. It's noisy. I'm fucking pissed off at ding-a-ling, 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 deck, 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 ding-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling, ding, 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 ding. Fucking stupid, fucking stupid. See? Feel for the curb. And because I've put this back on the right fucking way, I can take the damn thing off without fanning it out of it. And like my mate says, he says it's always nice to put them back like that because they can come off. I'm like, no, I don't believe you. Yeah, they can fly off. They spin off like a fucking propeller. It's great fun. So I've never had that before. Yeah, it can happen. Tree. Come on, you cow bag. Top's all right. Oh, great. It's one of them, is it? Put some effort into it. Sorted. Happy days. So have a look just in case. The other one's dangling around. No. It's already hooked up. It's probably rusty, that's why I couldn't get it off. Okie dokie. Okie dokie my jokey. I don't want that. You can keep that. Let's ring them up. 2014. As a matter of fact, I could do with writing a bit more information down, but I forgot to write down. Whatever. I'm just distraught because my pen's broke. I'm having to use this one. Right, that was 263. That's what that was. That was 78. I've got 2014 now. It's fine. I ain't gonna write down the destination just yet because I'm not sure. Right. Yiddly. Right. Hey, but it's Jace. Just coming out to Lichfield. You got about 3 more empties now. About 5 to 12, I think, something like that. 2014. Yeah. 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 806. Yeah, I know. No worries. See you later. Dot. Right. Right. Yes. We have that one then, shall we? Jesus, I'm getting fucking warm here. I'm getting a bit of a dab on. It's not good, is it? It ain't. Right then, we are currently on our way. So let's get the flock out of here. Oh yes, we better do. Right now. Oh, can't wait. Didn't have much of a choice there, did I, dude? Right. Window open. No friggin' way. Either my temperature gauge is lying to me or fuck me, the temperature's jumped. No, I'm fucking warm. It just said 11 degrees. It's now dropping down, obviously, because I'm moving a bit. So 10.5. Fuck, now it's sunbathing weather. Good grief. No wonder I'm warm. Not complaining, mind you. Happy days. I can hear something weird. Something sounds weird. Anyway. Right, so we go. We're gonna do it, ain't we? We are gonna do it. What's that say? Yeah, got it. We're on the way. That's it then. Window up. Sunglasses on because it is a bit bright out there. Fucking hell. Yeah, man. Sunbathing weather. That's doing my head in, that is. Sunbathing weather. Sunbathing weather. I wonder if this is going to be linked through to all that housing estate over there. I wonder. My brother lives somewhere in that vicinity in the new houses. I'm not sure where, mind you, but because I haven't been there yet. One day I shall have a visit. Might even have a visit this weekend. Something to do. You do realise, guys, that you're flogging a dead horse there doing that. Regrassing these bits here down there, and I think it was, I'm almost sure it was last month that they regrassed all this bit here, but within literally a day of them finishing it, that's what happens. The drivers drive all over it. They don't give a shit. They absolutely don't give a fuck. And why is that? Because they're too lazy to park further down the way and walk to the shop. They want to park outside. And I will admit, I've done it myself when it was all battered and busted up and what have you. I have parked there myself. Because I also am a lazy cow. But when it was all brand new, I'm like, well, I'm not going to drive over that now. So when the first driver decided to drive over it, seeing that it was all brand new, I mean, I would love to know what went through his mind. Is it like, fuck it, I don't care, bollocks, I'm going to drive out and smash the living shit out of it all? You know what I mean? But realistically, right, and I mean this is all the disrespect now, I mean all the respect in the world, is that if they'd concrete that instead, or tarmac it, or do something with it, right, if they don't want people to park there, sticking grass there is not a very good idea. Sticking tarmac and bollards there, that would be a brilliant idea. But you'd have to make them so that the bollards are not those stupid plastic things, you'd have to make them steel. So that if a driver did try his luck on mowing them down, that he'd end up writing his truck off and we could all have a good giggle at him, like, you know. So, yeah, but I know that most people don't even bother. Yeah, I know, I was watching him myself. Using it as an overtaking lane. I know, it's ridiculous, isn't it? But these are the things you have to just, you'll have to let them wash over you. Take a notice. Alright? he wants to be or she wants to be, I'm not really sure. Wants to be a bad driver, then so be it. Just keep out of my fucking way, that's all I'll say. Keep out of my fucking way. Right then. Barracks Lane, here we come. Go, go, Gadget, go! Well, go at least as much as you can go anyway. Yay! A whopping 52 miles an hour, yes. Makes life really exciting, that does. When you actually get into a truck though, which we have got a couple that do 56, or at least near enough, well, at least then you appreciate it more. Let's see if I can make the same mistake as I did earlier. Oh, whatever. Didn't bother anybody. I will blame it on the sunshine. Blame it on the sunshine. Don't blame it on the moonlight. Don't blame it on a good time. I blame it on the boogie. When the sun is shining, I feel like I'm being regenerated, recharged, rejuvenated, all that kind of goodness and loveliness and hopefulness and all that sort of crap that goes with it. Just makes you feel good. I can't believe I'm going to be going down another road new and you're coming along with me. This is just, it's unprecedented, this, isn't it? I subscribed to a channel on YouTube yesterday called the Watches. It's either the Watch TV or the Watches TV. I think it's the Watches TV. I think it is. And because I am fascinated with watches. I like watches. I really do. And now I was introduced to an actual watch convention which is in Switzerland. I think it's called is it Basel World or some Basel World, something like that? And it's where all watch makers, they all come together and show off their stuff, like, but not just your mainstream. there's also independent watchmakers as well. These people that have took it on their own back to make a watch from scratch using their own skill and not a factory, like, you know. And I was watching one particular video about this Japanese guy who was building this watch with one particular an idea from a big clock that had been made from this master time maker, like, you know. And I'm not kidding you, that it was just an absolute work of art. It was beautiful. But a lot of these watches that have got the immense amount of complications in there, they are just absolutely beautiful. And when the way they're put together, especially the handcrafted ones, oh man, it's just mesmerising to watch them put them all, well, start from scratch. They're making all the plates and the aperture and little clips and the cogs and the gearing and oh man, I'm just sitting there in awe of it all. I am. And there's a guy there with his files and his rubbing blocks and his pieces of wood, and he's just chipping away at this thing and to make it one certain length, or to trim off just a shaving, like, to make sure it fits properly and it doesn't get snagged inside the rest of the workings. And like, that's just incredible. That certainly is a perfection that you need to have, and you've got to be, you know, in love with that craft of building these watches, to have that type of patience. And you know, because when he was doing it, he was saying that at certain points of it just wouldn't work. It was getting stuck. The mechanism would stop working. It wouldn't start. It would run for a while, but once it got to a certain time, it would just get stuck, and then it would stop working. So he'd have to disassemble the watch and strip it back down to that point inside, and gently and microscopically removing bits of metal, you know, in the thousandths of an inch sort of thing, like fucking hell, man. And eventually he got it so that it wouldn't snag up, and it then worked, and it's just an absolute amazing. It's something to do with the seasons of the year, right? This particular watch that he built, and there's these little blocks that move and sweep up the outside of the watch, determine on the seasons, not just the time, but to do with the length of the day and the length of the night. And it is an absolute incredible bit of kit that he's built, and it's all in a wristwatch. Looks like my camera's just died. Oh, my camera's just died. Oh, that sucks. That really sucks. But fortunately, there's enough room on this lay-by. Well, that just about sucks, that does. Right, let me just have a bit of a thing, because my other one's still charging up. So what I can do is grab that. Bear with me while I do some jiggery pokery. Swap that over, take that off. No, I don't need to take that off, do I? Or shall I? Shan't I? No, I'm just going to have to no, I'll tell you what, I'll do one better. I'll even swap the batteries over inside the cameras as well. That's a duffer. Okay. better. We're back again. That's just typical, that is, eh? But it's a good job he went now. It's not down the bloody road there while I was going down that lane. So happy days, eh? Put you back in here. Yeah, we're gonna have fun getting out this bloody junction now. I'll put you on charge in a sec. Put you back on my head. See what the position we've got. Seems about right. This bit here, this positioning of the camera. I know it's pointing down, but it's the only way that I can get a reasonable view, and it's not too high, so you don't see too little of this lot down here. See, so I'm trying to get it as even as I possibly can. I know I can't do it perfectly, but it seems all right. I suppose it'll have to do. I suppose. Right, let's put that one on charge. Charging. We've got that one as well. Recording the other day flat, so why is that turned off then, I wonder? Oh well, never mind. We just one up now, that's alright. We can go. We can go. As soon as there's a clear spot, we can. No, not just yet. Ah, oh, for fuck's sake. Can I go now? Yeah, I can go. Stick it in manual so I can get a bit of a square on. Because if you leave it in automatic, it changes gears stupidly and you don't get enough speed up when you want to leave like that. You really want to be getting up to as fast as you can, as quick as you can. Obviously, if you're fully freighted, then it's a different story. But when you're light like I am, because I'm empty, then you know you want to try and get there as quick as you can. Right then, you ready, folks? Now that we're all back up and running again after that little bit of a interval. I'm looking forward to this. As soft as it sounds, I'm looking forward to it, but I'm also a little bit nervous as well, because you see, when I go down new places and I've never been before, I am very hesitant. I know I shouldn't really be, like, you know what I mean, but I do get hesitant about it because it's an unknown charted territory in my eyes, you know, and if it was a car or a bike, then I don't give a shit. But because of this vehicle can only go in certain places, I do tend to get a little bit, you know what I mean? So that's pretty much it. So I have to be careful. Right. Here we go. Fingers crossed, people. Fingers crossed. quicker this time though. La da da dee dee. It certainly doesn't look like a fucking friendly Arctic road, does it? But hey-ho. Well, we'll have to just try it, won't we? See what happens. If it's alright for my brother-in-law, it's alright for me. Now, apparently this goes all the way down to the island that we turned left at. So when we get to this island, we've got to turn left to that island again. So, aye. And sometimes there's also a vehicle in the way. That's going to make it interesting, isn't it? What do you think? I'll be able to squeeze through there. Let's have a look. I don't think I can actually. I don't think I can get through there. There we go. Oh, we're alright. Just about, I think. We just fucking squeak our way through there. I mean, if you ask me, I mean, for him to park his vehicle there like that, blocking the road off, he's stupid, especially when he could have put it down there. But hey, whatever. I got through, you know what I mean? So, yeah. Bit of a tight squeeze, but yeah, never mind. It's different, isn't it? Can't wait to tell our Mick. I'll go, hey, it's great that, isn't it? You get a delivery van who decides to park on the bloody what's her name and block the road off. Yeah, I think I might give this one a miss. I think I'm going the other way instead. But I do get it though. I do get it. Yeah, we've got to go this way. I understand. I suppose when it's in the morning and there's not really much about it, I suppose that way I'll be alright. In that scenario, you're a bit screwed, and I'd have had to wait that, to be honest with you. If he was any further up, I would definitely have had to wait. There's no two ways about that. Definitely had to wait. Amazing, absolutely amazing. It's all good. It's all good. Well, there you are then. That's it. It's something different, isn't it? You know what I mean? You have to let me know what you think. Do you think coming down that way is really worth it, or is it, you might as well just say, nah, stuff that, go either way. If it's clear, I mean, without that delivery bloke there, then yes, I suppose it'd be fine, but I suppose realistically that was a good sign, that was there, having that guy being there, because that's giving me the like, well, you know what, there's a possibility that could get a bit of an awkward, but could that delivery guy maybe have put himself somewhere else, you know what I mean, so it wasn't so awkward? I mean, I don't know. I don't know what to say about that. I know he's obviously got a job to do, but it didn't really look like he was that bothered about anybody else other than him doing his job, which he should have. Realistically, he should have been more considerate of the fact that other vehicles are going to go past. Not just the fact that me, with my truck, I'm on about other vehicles, vans, cars, what have you. He just seemed to have you know, let that to the wayside. So fuck it, I'm going to shove it here, who cares, I don't. If they can't get through, tough shit. That's pretty much what you'd have, that kind of scenario. Shame really. Well, I enjoyed that. That was a bit of a challenge, you know what I mean? So I'm all right with that. I can live with that. No bother at all. On the way back though, I'm going to go left at the island, then right to the next island and up that way. I do prefer that. But coming down though, I think even though it'd be okay going back down that way again, because that driver will probably have gone by then, but you know, I just didn't really like the road. It wasn't really, you know, it just wasn't really something I'd prefer. I suppose in some sort of as an emergency, now I know it's there and obviously it's usable, and best of all there aren't no restrictions on it, I could use it. But yeah, oh well, either way I've still got this route, so that's something. I can live with that all day, every day. Let's get a shufty on, shall we? Let's get a shufty on, shall we? I think so. Okay. And that is it. Well, I am glad I've done it. It was an experience going down that road, to be honest with you. It is a bit tight, but yeah, so be it. You would have thought, right, that somebody with a bit of a brain pan may have gone, I think we ought to give that road a bit of a widening a bit. But then again, you could probably imagine that there'll be some, well, no, not really, because we don't really want to encourage any more vehicles going down it. There's always that, ain't there? You know, you'll always have somebody that'll argue the opposite, like, you know. Yeah, but the vehicles do go down it though. That's the thing. When the vehicles are going down it, look at the damage they're causing. Now, if you just fucking widen the road so they get down it anyway, what's the problem? The horse is already out the fucking gate, so what's the point? You might as well just fucking sort it out so they can get down there with ease. I never understood it, I just never understood it. Well, it's now 10 to 1. I'm going to go and grab this one and take that back up the road, and I'm hoping, fingers crossed, there ain't going to be much after that. I'm hoping. But I did start late this morning, so the chances are not. I don't really want to be working till like 7, 8 o'clock tonight. No, thank you. Told you, the least that I can do, the better. don't want to work. Not interested in it. It's boring. And away we go. I think I might have me a go at doing some singing tonight. Possibly. Yes. I fancy a bit of sing smule. Have me a go on the old karaoke. Oh, it all depends on whether my vocal cords are feeling okay. Because if they're not, then I won't be able to do it. But we'll have to wait and see. I might be lucky. I wanted to have a go the other day, but because I've been waffling for so long, my bloody voice had gone hoarse, so I couldn't. I have to wait for it to calm down a bit. Nice. I gotta admit, it is quite nice down here. It's quite nice indeed. Very nice. How the fuck? I only just noticed that there's the remnants of an accident of some sort that was there. Snoozing. Catching flies. Well, I think that'll do you, I reckon. I think you've had enough, really. The old DEV, driver's eye view, sort of. Near enough. There's no point me doing it again. It's only be repeating the same thing we've already done. So, there you have it. To be honest with you, I really am hoping this is my last one from here, to be honest with you. Even though this is only the second one anyway, but hey ho. See? You can't see shit. You just have to hope that there's nothing coming. And again, obviously parking down here. I have to park so that the vehicles can get past me. Humpity hump. Has he stopped on that corner? I think he has, hasn't he? I'll wait here then. Let's just get out of this other one. Yoink. That'll do. I'll wait here for a sec. I should be able to get round me. As you can see just down there, there's a car that's parked right on the fucking bend there, look. Opposite the door. Right in the fucking way. Why? They're fucking clowns, that's why. Stupid. Right, he's moving, so I can go. Boink. Ah shit, there's a fucking lorry in there. Didn't see him. Well, that's gone and fucked it, isn't it? Where's he gonna go? I'll have to skew it round the back of him there. If he's in the way, he can shift it in a fucking car. Yeah, he's grew a brain, he's moved. Bum 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 bum. Yes, very nice indeed. Fields and trees as far as the eyes can see. Looking great, Ed. I don't know whether he's gone yet, because if he has, I might shore myself around this driver. Let me go and have a look. Noodle. Oh, yes, I think I can do that. Let me just back it up a bit. Oh yeah, he's moved, look. Fucking brilliant. You're a star player. Even better. Hello, pretty lady. Oh, hey. These are the sort of things that you have to do when you're coming in here. You gotta wait patiently and, you know, just twiddle your thumbs a bit, pick your nose, you know, play on your iPad and just have a bit of a wait, you know. Could do with some tunage, can't we? So we have a bit of tunage. This is their new one. On the loop, because I got it where it is. Let's move that one, put that over there. Put that. This is what I do when I'm bored and I'm wasting time. Yeah, but I think, to be honest with you, this one, I really like this one. This is really cool. This is the Kitchen Symphony. This is. It's got some really nice sounds to it. I can't really hear that very well. It's in here somewhere. I know it fucking is. It's gotta be. Look at that little shit. I know. The only thing is though, I've got a funny feeling that I haven't. I bet I haven't, have I? Unless I've pulled it out amongst this lot. Yeah. I don't think I brought it with me. That sucks. Well, tell you in this lot it is. No. Oh dear. Did I take it in the bag? I don't believe I took it in my bag. I would never do that. That'd be sacrilege. It's not in there. It's not in there. It's not in here either. Oh well. Oh dear. Unless I've chucked it in here for some unknown reason. I may have done. Nope. How about in there? Nope. Well, that's screwed it in. Never mind then. I can't do that now. Well, I can, but I just can't be arsed. Come on. Stop being a shit. I don't think I'd have chucked it in here. So I'm looking for the lead. One of my leads have disappeared, but whatever. Shut up. One of my leads have gone ta-ta, and I don't know where it is. No, it's not in there. Oh well. Screw it. Never mind. I've got to that office. You're in my head. Fuck. All that hurts. I've got an impression in my head now about it. Do I look like a stupid person? Oof. Screw it. I'm here too long. I'm gonna go now, and I will speak to you a lot later. I hope you enjoyed that little bit of a DEV, as I call them, driver's eye view, sort of, near enough, not quite, but maybe. Have a good day. Have fun. Tell the people and all that. Go on then. Off you pop. Poppity poppins.